Okay, Ingrid, you ready for this morning's reveal?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we are in. Wait, what are we in again? Kristiansand, the third largest city. The third largest city in Norway. There's a boat. And once again, we're. Oh, that's interesting. The third largest city in all of Norway, and once again, we're in the industrial park, so I don't think this is reflective of the entire city, just like it wasn't in Bergen, just like it wasn't in Oslo. So far, this looks like a port. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
He's trying to take
Color
a
line.
picture of the ferry going through.
Okay, first step in Kristiansand. All right, you ready?
Yes, I have. I tried to put you.
Oh, okay. It's a really nice smell, actually. Very sea breezy. And it's windy. And I'm losing hold on my phone. Okay, so next on the list is the vegan option. This is called the skinny dip. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a vegan because of the bun. However, it does have uh, rice patty, or they said brown rice patty. I don't know, it kind of looks like a falafel with some pickled onions and some chopped salad. So let's try this one. And again, I wasn't classy with that. Stuff dripping off my face. This is not bad. Um, has a crunch factor to it. There's a the vinegar and the pickles gives it a punch of flavor. hmm I would even go so far as to say that I rank this one above the Portobello burger. This is good. So I guess if you want this to be a true vegan, you have the option of having it wrapped up in lettuce. The bun is a bit thick, but that's okay. Mhm. One thing I'm liking about vegan cuisine lately is that for years, at least when I was growing up, it had the reputation for being bland. And now vegans have kind of stepped up their game, and there's a craveability factor to it. Yeah, I can definitely see how this could be craveable. Hmm. No, that one's good. That one's good. All right. Now we have the fries. This is not a vegan meal, by the way. Now we have the fries. We have the cheese fries. I've had these before. You know what? Um, these are smothered right now in they're smothered on top of the fries. I actually like it when it's in a dipping cup. And we're gonna go for the chocolate shake. Get the treat package for the shake. I have not had a bad one yet. I've not even had an okay one yet. This is really, really good. Oh man, this is awesome. All right. Um, okay. I'm gonna go find my wife. She does not like it when I have food reviews and food reactions of me eating slowly and savoring every bite. So I'm gonna go find her, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Okay, impromptu hike. We decided to go check out the lighthouse at the end of the peninsula, and we've been walking uphill for a while. All right, let's see if we go left or right. There's a map right there. But the question is, where are we? Okay, looks like we would go down. And now we're on the downhill part of our climb. But man, look at that. Wow. It feels like we're truly out of the city right now. We're on the quest for the lighthouse. This is cool. Stumbling upon little happy misadventures like this. As long as we get to the boat on time, I think we're good. Wow. Okay, so we just went back up. We didn't film because we were gasping for air. How you feel, Ing?
I'm a little winded.
A little winded. Yeah. And I'm an experienced hiker, at least I like to think I am. Yeah, that's no joke. So if you come down here, what?
Almost straight up.
Almost straight up, almost at a 40-degree angle, not exaggerating. Definitely wear your hiking boots. World War II bunker, it looks like. Oh, with people on the. I won't disturb them. Looks like a machine gun bunker right there. wow. This is some found footage horror movie shit right here. This is amazing. Well, thankfully, the camera's picking up more than my eye can, so it looks all right. My eyes really couldn't adjust. Wow. Yep. Okay. This is cool. All right, I'm gonna turn this off so I can get down. Goodbye, Kristiansand. Oh, look at that. Okay, see that boat right there? That's the tender boat for the Oceania. We thought that the Oceania missed us. Where's the Oceania? Never mind, we'll find it. Anyway, hi. Thoughts on Kristiansand? A very pedestrian-friendly town. As soon as you get off the boat, there are these maps that will kind of circumnavigate the town. You can do like a little 2.5 mile walk. We really like that. The weather here was a bit unpredictable. It was very, very sunny when we first got off. Ingrid and I were fortunate enough to hit a coffee shop, and while we were having coffee, it rained something fierce. There is this park that is on the map that you'll see throughout the town, and also on the tourist information center map to this park that we really wanted to go to. But it looks like a freeway is dividing it, and we couldn't find how to get under the freeway in order to get to it, which is fine. Because there was a hike a little bit later on, but I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. So we then go into the town center. Hey, there's Oceania. You go off to the town center, there's a cathedral. It is a working cathedral. So there are services being held, there are events being held for their patrons. One was an organ recital, which as soon as we walked in, we realized we're not going to be able to walk around and take pictures, stuff like that. We wanted to be respectful. I snapped a few, but then got out of there. The shops are really nice. There's a mall. Okay, that's great. I got to go to a Norwegian mall. Got a cap. Again, if you're into shopping, this is a really cool town to go to. Then Ingrid and I came back onto the boat for lunch because we wanted to save a little bit of money. Then we walked back out, and there was this lighthouse. We're like, oh, okay, cool. Let's go to a lighthouse. And that was kind of an impromptu hike. So what happened is that as soon as we got off the ship, we banked right, and we weren't even sure if we were in the right place or not. What happened is that we were going by these heavily construction zone that they're clearly building up a lot of like residential condos and stuff like that. And then we turned the corner and we started walking up the hill, and in less than 5 minutes, we were in nature. It was really, really weird. So we go up the hill, we get on top of the hill, and then there's a downhill. And the downhill was probably about 40 at a 40-degree angle. I'm an experienced hiker, and that was one that you just kind of like, I normally don't go down those paths unless I have sticks. So just kind of bent the knees, straightened out the back, and absorbed the shock through the knees. That was cool. That was worth it. So if you were able to do that, if you are able-bodied enough to do that, I highly recommend that. That was super, super cool. And you just kind of like, within 10 minutes, you're out of the city. And it was really, it was kind of unnerving. The lighthouse itself is okay, but the journey getting there was amazing. And then you had to go back up that hill. That was a challenge as well. But again, we had a really, really good time here. I'd say this lands somewhere in the middle. But I wouldn't be mad if we came back to Norway and we were back on here again. I would definitely try to look for that park
which is somewhere around in here in the hills. Yeah, so there's no flat land. Also, like when you're watching, when you're looking at the maps, and you want to go to a park, yeah, it's not flat, guys. So just a heads up. All right, more later. Okay, so coming up, there's the construction zone that I was telling you about, like right there. And then you kind of go up this hill. There's the bunker right there. It's that World War II bunker. That is so cool. All right, then we kind of went off this way. And then we walked it down. Oh, and there's a lighthouse right there. So you kind of walked up this hill and then to the bunker. That was a fun one. And then there's all of these trails all up and down here. Apparently you can go off to the right over in here. Ingrid walked a little bit, but apparently there were signs, even in Norwegian, she got the message. It was like, hike at your own peril. But as you can see, there's really not much further to go down. But if you go up here, hike.
How do you go?
Yeah.
There was a path that said,
Maybe straight, yeah, but there's a cliff. Yeah. But yeah, that's a cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, that would have been a rough time for sure. Cool. All right, guys.